All right, so let's talk scaling options for the front lever, the tuck front lever. If holding it in the position where your hips and your shoulders are parallel to the floor is just not an option just yet, a lot of ways to build towards it. So I'm gonna review 3 of them right now, progressively easier as we go. So the first one is just gonna be starting inverted, just like we did for the front lever, but we're only gonna go a certain number of degrees. So only as far as you feel like you can maintain control, and we're gonna hold there. This drill also benefits from having a partner maybe provide a little bit of assistance on your back so you can get further and further into it, and they can just give you just enough assistance to hold the position. Kind of a good rule of thumb is if it requires more than 2 hands to hold somebody, it's probably a little bit too advanced, maybe back it off just a little bit. So first one. Set up just like the lever, the full variation. We're gonna get inverted, and this time we're only gonna lower some partial range of motion, but we're still getting the challenge around the shoulder blades, still keeping the straight arm. Once you hit your 10 to 15 seconds, just come back up or lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Good way to start to just get a feel for the demands around the shoulder here without having to go through the full intensity of the tuck lever. The next one is just like this, but instead of stopping at an angle, we're just gonna do slow, controlled negatives. So similar to how we might approach developing like a chin-up or a dip, just get inverted, slowly lower yourself through the full range of motion, touching down as gently as you can, and thinking about arms staying straight the whole time. Check it out. Once again, get inverted, tuck those knees to your chest, and then as slow and controlled as you can, lower all the way down to the floor. You would do this for reps, we'll say sets of 3 to 5, kick back up, everything's tight, lowering under control, all the way back down. Arms never bent, just trying to gain some strength right around the shoulder with a straight arm. Last off, if you're just not making the connection about where am I getting strength with this straight arm, I can't quite feel it, Coach Butters came up with a pretty good idea here. You're gonna grab a band, loop it around the pull-up rig, and stick a piece of PVC or a stick through it, and just do some pull downs. You can get a good idea of the activation there around the shoulder that's gonna be required to perform this movement. Grab a band, flip it around a pull-up bar, and grab a piece of PVC. This is going to be pretty lightweight. We can also double this up and make it a little more challenging. But just doing some pull downs with a straight arm, getting a feel for the demand around the shoulder. You could also move to your knees here to increase the range of motion. But get a good feel, maybe even stop partial way just to feel the challenge around your shoulders and get an idea of the demand here for the proper movement. If you do the banded variation, we would probably work sets of 10, just trying to keep it good tempo up and down the entire time. Enjoy.